Kevin Hassett, also a big deal, the former Council of Economic Advisors chairman under one Donald J. Trump. We don't know what role he might serve if Donald Trump were to return to the White House. Happy to have him. Kevin, good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be back, Neil.
What she's saying, and obviously you heard that, kind of that trend is our friend argument, that the economy is improving, inflation is well off its highs. You've heard this before. What do you think?
Well, you and I have been talking about this for quite some time, and even recently when January's number was a lot higher than markets thought, but almost exactly what I've been talking about on your show for a while, then people are saying, oh, well, it was transitory, but then we got a February number that was above that. And then people said, oh, well, it's shelter, but if you take food and shelter out, then in February prices were up at a rate of 0.6%. And you annualize that, then you're looking at, north of 7% inflation is what's the super core read right now. And so, goods inflation was deflating for a while and putting downward pressure on inflation, but that stopped. Service inflation is accelerating because wage inflation is 5 or 6, which is about what the inflation target should be. And the Biden administration, sadly, is in denial about this, as we saw from that, news-breaking interview. The fact is that they said it was transitory at the beginning, and now they clearly are in denial because if you look at their budget, they're proposing, I think, a 7% increase in government spending over the next year. And you can't increase government spending like that in an inflationary environment and not have more inflation, right? And so I think that there's a big policy error happening right now that's repeating mistakes of the past, and the denial we saw in that interview helps explain why the mistakes are happening.
I'd be curious what you make of the fact that the American people, even though they're told again and again that the trend is our friend, as I keep repeating here, that things are getting better. I know the administration's coming from the viewpoint that unlike what George Herbert Walker Bush was facing in 1992 running against Bill Clinton for re-election at the time, the economy was turning around from the recession. Unfortunately, the American people weren't feeling it. There was too little impact and time to have it register. The White House is arguing now we have all these months before the general election, and it will register. In other words, people will feel it. What do you think?
I think that the inflation isn't going down and that people will continue to be very upset about it. And, there's a new study at the National Bureau of Economic Research that highlights a change in the methodology of the way we estimate inflation today that's having a big impact maybe on making the measures underestimate inflation. The idea is that when Volcker lifted interest rates a lot, they took interest rates out of the inflation measures. And so if you buy a car for $30,000 this month, then the monthly payment rate is going to be a lot more than it was 3 years ago. But if you spent $30,000 on the same car 3 years ago, they say inflation is 0, even though the monthly payment is up a lot. And so these researchers corrected for the fact that interest payments are a lot higher now. And so your monthly payments on anything that you buy on credit, your credit card debt, all those things don't go into the inflation measure, but they really affect the cost of buying stuff. And if you correct for that, then in the study, then one of their estimates of what current inflation is about 8%. And so if inflation is really running at about 8%, then that's something that's going to make people really upset. In fact, what the authors did, by the way, Neil, you'd love this, is they used the methodology from the 70s where they still had interest rates in the CPI. And they said, well, what if we use that same methodology now? And if you use that measure, then inflation just a few years ago peaked at 20% and now it's at 8%. And so I think that the government should be worried about these things, not denying them.
I think the big impact for most people, though, is food. In the grocery store, that's something they see almost every day, depending how many times you go to the grocery store. That's a constant reminder that it's alive and well, and that sticks with people, doesn't it?
I think it's the monthly payments, though. I disagree with you. I think food is really, really important. I do the grocery shopping, and those prices, they are way up, especially for, meats and things like that. Okay. But at the monthly payment, people have so much credit card debt right now, and credit card interest rates are north of 20%. And so those monthly payments are really a problem for Americans. And again, they're not really necessarily in the inflation measures. So that's what I think is why sentiment is so down.
All right. We can respectfully disagree because I just think if Italian sausage is double what it was from 2 years ago, that's war for me. But Kevin, always good seeing you. Thank you very much. Kevin Hassett, the former Council of Economic Advisors chairman under one Donald J. Trump.